The guy stalled out his car looking at my bike. Ah! Holy shit. So we are going to start Athens historic vlog part 2. So what's up, guys? Woo! It's getting toasty now. Georgia's finally starting to ramp up into its summer. So what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. I am doing mighty fine. Ruth and I are going to show you guys part 2 of... Wow, that guy waved. Oh my god. Show you part 2 of the historic vlog series. Episode 3, I think. But it'll be part 2 of Athens. I think I'll do one more after this one for Athens and then move on to another one. Yeah, you better watch. So today's list is going to be Normaltown here in Athens, the actual historic district, the old Boulevard area where they've got all the old school houses and stuff that have been around since the I want to say like the 50s and 60s or 40s and 50s. Lots of old school stuff. And then I'm going to take you guys to a couple of places and show you guys kind of the train tracks that go through Athens, the old rail lines and stuff. That actually I think most of them UGA either owns or owns the property around them or something. They don't run trains on them anymore, as far as I know. At least I've never seen any on them. I think there's one that runs through Athens that actually has trains on it still. But so yeah, that's the plan. So we got three I guess topics. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm trying to get over to Normaltown right now. My brother's keeper. That's interesting. Come on, turn green, turn green, turn green. And oh, there we go. Fucking feel like I'm in an easy bake oven right now. So yeah, a little bit about Normaltown. I don't really know how old it is, or at least when it started, but it's a section over here off Prince Avenue in Athens that's lots of old school style, window shopping kind of businesses. They've got a lot of street front stuff, just off of Prince, but they call it Normaltown, and I don't really know why. I mean, I don't think there's a placard for it or anything like there was for the tree, but yeah, so one of the businesses is called Normal Hardware, and I'm not sure if it was a part of the original establishment of Normaltown or if it was an addition and they just called it Normal Hardware. But there's a couple of neat businesses. There's that. There's an Army, like a P&M store, for Army and Navy surplus. That's actually the old Navy base that UGA bought. I could go through there, but there's really not much to look at. So this is the start of Normaltown. It's really small, so you guys may not be able to get all of it or be able to see all of it, but there's kind of shopping right there, and there's Normal Hardware, the P&M Army store, and then there's also some of the older houses that Athens Regional purchased to do some of their hospital stuff in. That's obviously Athens Regional. So yeah, that was Normaltown. Short and sweet. Next stop is the Boulevard area. So we're gonna make a left here. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted to come through here is just because I think that Boulevard's area is, I think it's really neat. I like the aspect of trees hanging over the streets and everything. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. You know, I like that homey feel of you know, the old school, you know, sidewalks, personal. Some houses have their own personal driveways, some don't. The guys are running, and they've also got roundabouts, which I think is pretty cool. Athens doesn't have that many roundabouts, so we're gonna hook a right. We'll go up through here. Just kind of give you guys a small tour. Of course, it's you know, it's neighborhoods. Yeah, old school car. I like that. Most of the neighborhood is designed for back in the day when they didn't used to cut down trees every time you bought a house or a property. So a lot of the houses are pretty close together, but they actually have yards, side yards, trees, and like I said, they're pretty old. They look pretty old, but you know, the tenants obviously keep them up to date. Otherwise, I don't think you can actually live in them. Some of them are colored kind of crazy, which is cool, I guess. I don't know why this guy's chilling right here. Cars obviously park on the side of the street, which is kind of scary, kind of not, because for a motorcyclist, you never know when someone's going to pull out in front of you. Go down the rest of Boulevard and see what we got going on here. I don't really know the full history behind the Boulevard, just this strip of housing, but I do know that it's very old. I've had a couple of friends who've got parents that used to live back here or have lived back here at one point that I grew up with in high school, or graduated high school with, I should say. So I've seen a couple of them. They are crazy. A lot of them have the old school hardwood floors. You know, they creak when you step on them because of the nails and whatnot hold them together. Old. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I enjoy. This is the kind of neighborhood that I would like to live in. I would like to live in something it's not crazy huge, but at the same time, it's not tiny. And in that same aspect, it actually has trees, and trees are good. Trees are good for the environment. Trees are good for humans. So yeah, that's a little bit about, I guess more like a visual cue about the Boulevard, the old school houses and stuff, which is pretty neat. Our next stop is going to be, we're going to end up with, this is the other side of the Navy School that I passed a second ago. The next stop is going to be some of the old school train bridges that we've got in Athens, and I'll try and, when I get to them, I'll try and slow down a little bit so you guys can actually get an eye for them instead of me just like passing underneath them. This is some more apartment stuff coming in. Athens is growing and growing and growing, so if you guys ever, especially you guys that are going into college or looking to transfer or do whatever, you know, I didn't go to UGA, so I can't really say for like the academia, but I know for like a town to live in, there's a lot of shit that you can do. And there's always living spaces going up. So, I mean, I think those are the biggest ones I've seen in Athens so far. So here's one of the old bridges, which is really cool, because it like splits off one way, and so the other side of traffic is that way. But yeah, so that's one of the bridges. I think these things are awesome. They're so old too. Old school stuff. Don't pull it in front of me. And then here is another one. I think this is the one that actually still gets used, but it's not a wooden bridge. It's an actual like steel bridge, but yeah, I think that's really cool. That's pretty cool. It looks kind of like a beach house. One thing that is kind of interesting about this area down here is that this used to be like the homeless paradise. It was really weird. Underneath this bridge, there excuse me. Used to be a pretty flat area that the water that the bridge goes over didn't take up, so it was, you know, kind of pretty wide shores, I guess you want to call it that. There used to be like a homeless district under there, but people kept getting murdered and shit. So they ended up like finding a way to figure out how to keep people out of there. And so now not as many people go down there, but I still think there's quite a few. We are now officially on University of North Shore property. Well, we're on the roads that go through that property. And I'm gonna stay right here. Yeah, let's go, lady. And here we go, bridge number 2. This one's kind of cool. It's really long. It's all sweet and stuff. So there's that one. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones.